Hi, I'm Ryan Nichols, CTO at DSA Ocean, and today I want to talk about setting up a redundant acoustic release assembly in an oceanographic mooring. What do we mean by that? Well, if we see an example here on our friends from Mooring Systems Inc., click under rigging, it's common for some more complicated moorings or moorings in deeper water to use this so-called tandem approach where you have one acoustic release and another one in a frame, so only one of them needs to work and fire and release here this chain and then the ring. So how do you set this up in ProteusDS Oceanographic Designer? Well, it's pretty straightforward. If we go to Oceanographic Designer, everything gets connected in sequence when you're adding components. So we'll call this new assembly release assembly. Here we are. And if you look under acoustic release, you'll see, for example, well, most of them are set up as a single acoustic release. So here we have an EdgeTech acoustic release, and it's got an inside length. Now, if you want to add another one to represent it in parallel, they have, a reasonable amount of weight. But the answer here is not to duplicate it and put two in a row, because then that adds length to the mooring. That's not exactly the best way to put this kind of detail together. So what you can do instead is, if you don't have one of these in the parts library already or in the official parts library, you just create a new version of that acoustic release of the doubled up units. So, and we've already actually got one set up in here. If you look under acoustic release, even with EdgeTech, you'll see EdgeTech XS Dual 8242 XS. Now, the only difference between these two is they have the same length, but the mass is doubled and the wet weight accordingly. And the diameter is doubled up as well. So what's most important is the mass is handled accordingly. And there's a little bit, because the diameter's increased, you're getting a bit of the effective increase in drag on the assembly as well. So you put those two together, and then we'll select on this, and it's easy to create this this new part of the dual assembly. Once you've got that in place, so we'll delete the old one here. It's a matter of adding the other components, the ring, and so on, for the remainder of the tandem assembly. So just wanted to cover a really quick topic here on how to set up a redundant acoustic release component in an oceanographic mooring. Thanks for watching.